Hey guys, Mick from Aussie Carp Fishers here. Recently I've done a bit of a revamp on my man cave, or my fishing storage shed. One thing I've come to find a bit of a problem with is I don't have room to store a couple of land-based gaffs. I've got a couple of nets, things like that. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to make the the holders that I use for my rods, but I'm going to use them rather than for rods. I'm going to use them for my gaffs and other bits and pieces that I need to get put away somewhere. So this is how I go about doing this. Okay, first I'm starting with 2 lengths of pine. I've got 1.8 meters each. There's 2 lengths there. This is what, 19 mil thick, 1.8 meters long. And what, 89 wide, so yeah, 89 millimeters wide. This is what I've used for the originals. The basic idea to attach it to the roof, like I have, is that, and then I screw from underneath. So that'll attach to the roof, and then that'll hold it together, and then to the roof I throw a couple more screws in from the top side. But what we've got to do before we do anything is cut it all the sides. Right, so the first thing I've got to do is measure what distance I've got on the roof to actually hold them. I know these are 1.8 wide. Now I believe I'm looking about 80 centimeters on the roof. Okay, on the roof I've got 80 centimeters, so 800 millimeters. So out of each of these pieces, I'll get 2. So that'll be my base that screws to the roof, and then the part that hangs off that and holds the actual rods. Make a mark at 80 and another at 160. Now the easy way of doing this is make sure they're both flush on one end. Grab a set square. Unfortunately, my proper sawhorses are outside in the rain at the moment. Okay, there we are, we're marked at 80. Flush at the top end. That's one cut. Now using the set square as well, you make sure that the cuts are actually square. And there's 2. Again, make sure the lines line up. Got the circular saw ready. Okay, now that's the 4 pieces cut. 4 pieces, all the same length. Done. Okay, now the next part we've got on here is line it all up. I've got to work out the screw holes. Now, because we've got 2 that stay flat and 2 that need the holes through them, I'll take these 2 out of the way. And then all the holes that I drill can go straight through the 2 of these. Now this makes it easier if you're not too bad at math. If you're hopeless at math, well, it makes it a bit harder. So they're 8 centimeters apart, gives me 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64 and 72. Now that gives me a center marking. To make sure these are centered, I'm going off 9, so that will give me 4.5 millimeters, 4.5 centimeters on each one. So this allows me to find dead center. Looking at it, I was only just off. Okay, now you keep the two pieces nice and tight together. I don't know where my G-clamps disappeared to, so I can't use that. Grab the drill, and each of those holes now you just drill a pilot hole. This will help when using the hole saw later, because you'll keep your mark. Go straight through both pieces. Through both pieces of timber, then you make sure that they're both the same. This is where you get the hole saw. Because I have been using it previously for other things, it's already been opened. Now I've got to find out which one I actually need to use. So all I'm doing is getting the original saws and I'm trialling them up against the old holes. Just thinking, being that this is going to be for my nets and gaffs and things like that, they don't have a narrow end like a rod does. So I'm only going to use the one size on this. And you get a nice little wheel. It's good when they come out that easy. Now, as some of these have got a gaff end on them, I'm going to have to make a cutout for the hook to go through. So what I'm going to do with that is do every second one, but only on one side. So that one's done, just needs a clean up. This one, on every second one, I'm going to cut a little groove out. Okay, and now that gives me 4 cutouts for the gaff ends to slide into. Okay, now the next job is to make them sit like so. Now we have the 2 holders. Both solid screwed to the bottom, so they'll screw up to the roof now quite nice and easy. Now that's up in place. As I said, it doesn't have a lot of strength here, so I am going to use this piece of aluminium to go there and hold that tight. And now for the moment of truth. Did I do a good job or did I stuff it up? Something tells me that one needs to be a bit wider, but that one will do. So that's the fourth one. Cheering. Don't forget to like and subscribe.